chairman, Association of Ladies Pharmacists, Delta State, and she is on my right.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, good to have you.
Thank you.
And my far end, we have pharmacist Ufoma Ore. She is also a member of the association. Good morning, good to have you.
Good morning. Hello. Good morning, everyone.
All right, chair of all chairs. I'm going to come to you now. So this is women's world, you know. Like, before I go to the question, I'd like you to say something about International Women's Day that was celebrated on Saturday. How do you feel? How did you do? What did you do on that day? Something extraordinary?
Yeah, in fact, thank you so much. Good morning, everyone. In fact, this year, the International Women's Day, our theme this year is to accelerate action. So we are accelerating action in every aspect. Is it in promoting gender equality? Is it in building the confident and compassionate woman? But for us in Delta State, we are accelerating action to make sure that women all over the world live healthy lives, and that's why we're focusing on these topics that we are focusing on. On Saturday, it was a huge one. We're at Obogonogo Market.
Wow.
We met with the women, we engaged them, we talked to them about stress, about coping with menopause, and also breast self-examination. That day was awesome. The women, they were happy, we danced, they were happy, and they had so much knowledge at the end of the day. It was lovely.
All right, yeah, that was a beautiful one, I would say. So, pharmacist Ufoma, how did you celebrate yours, and what would you say about the day?
Oh, it was so captivating because we actually were together
Oh, okay.
on that ride. So we
Okay.
had to go to Bugonogo Market to sensitize the women, to let them know that they are special.
Mm.
Yeah, that they are special, that they, in the midst of the trading, in the midst of doing every other thing they need to do to keep the family going, they need to take care of themselves.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I think there's a cheat somewhere. Why did you just focus on a Bengonogo market? That's not the only market in Asaba.
In fact, I forgot to mention earlier,
Okay.
while we're here in Asaba, in Obogonogo Market, we also had a team at Main Market, in Main Market Warri.
Oh, okay.
So I think Deltans actually felt
Okay.
ups that day.
Okay. Okay. All right. So, you know, we have other markets as well. We have the midwifery market, the Anyoma market. Those are very little markets that feel neglected.
Yes.
So maybe in your next campaign, you can just think of going to those markets. Okay, so let's come to the talk of the day, menopause. What is menopause? And while you're at it, tell us the age. At what age does it occur?
Okay, so menopause is a period in a woman's life when she stops seeing her menstrual period.
So you can leave it. You can let it be. Okay.
It's a period in a woman's life when she stops seeing her menstrual period, and you know, different things occur before she goes into menopause. But we can define menopause as when a woman has stopped seeing her menstrual period for 12 months. She has stopped seeing it completely. So that's menopause. But then we have a period called perimenopause. That's before menopause, and this usually happens maybe when their hormonal levels begin to fluctuate. They come up with different things, mood swings. You see them, their periods become irregular, lighter or heavier, as it depends on the woman, it depends on the individual. Then from there they go into menopause proper, where they stop seeing their period completely. Then you have the postmenopausal phase, where these hormonal levels, they are now still very low, and you know, she's still experiencing most of the symptoms. So there are some symptoms that women experience when they are approaching or going through menopause. You have symptoms like hot flashes. You see them all of a sudden, they are sweating, they feel very hot. They could be in air-conditioned environments like this, but you see them sweating and all that. They have issues with vaginal dryness, and then they experience painful sexual intercourse. You see them, they have night sweat. They experience night sweats. At night, they can't sleep. They are sweating. They have mood swings as well. they are happy all of a sudden, the next thing they become sad, they become angry and all that. These are because of the hormones in them fluctuating, so they experience such things. There are so many, they see them having headaches, migraines, all these things are all these things women experience when they are going through menopause. And you know, if they are not careful, they come down with other debilitating conditions. You can imagine a woman always constantly having migraines, how it's going to be. You have sometimes a woman not sleeping, having sleep disorder. It's going to affect her health. You see them coming up with hypertension, other diseases that are in them. Some could even become exaggerated because of all these things they are going through. Depression is setting as well, so they go through a lot. So our aim is to teach these women that when you are going through this menopause, it's not a death sentence. It's not something to be afraid of. But if you begin to empower yourself with knowledge, if you begin to prepare on time, you'll be able to cope with it, or you'll be able to go through that phase of transitioning and entering menopause. So what can women do to cope with menopause?
Okay. Before we go further, because you've actually answered two questions in one.
Okay.
Okay. So, pharmacist Ufoma, let me get to you now. She said when women are getting to 40, or when they are 40 going to 50, that's when menopause occurs. Is it in all cases? Do we have 30-something years old that go into early menopause? Do we have?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, especially when some procedures have been done on the woman.
What kind of procedures?
Probably when they tie the tubes, when the ovaries, ligation has been done on the ovaries. It could lead to an early stage of menopause.
Also, you could also have some women going through chemotherapy.
Yeah.
Maybe they have cancer. So in the process of chemotherapy, they could end up going through menopause and all that too. So those are medical conditions that could lead to women entering menopause before they are even supposed to.
Okay, but what is the right age to get into menopause?
Okay. Everything, to be honest, in science, everything is individualized.
Okay. Your body type.
It's your body, so it depends on you. I know women that have begun menopause at 38. I know some in their 40s. I know some till they're like 52 before they even actually get into menopause. So it depends on the woman, it depends on her body. But usually it is late 40s to early 50s. That is when they go into menopause.
Okay. For those women that get into early menopause, can it be reversed?
No, it can't be. It's a natural thing. It's a natural feeling.
Because I hear people say, "Oh, you can reverse early menopause. You can reverse it. You can." So
yeah, you know, like, okay, most times because of it's hormonal. It has to do with hormones. The way you could reverse it definitely would be through taking of all these hormonal medications. That would be, and you could maybe these women, they are going through fertility treatments and all that, so they could take it. But I mean, if you're not going through that, what's the point? Why don't you just transition safely into menopause? Because even these drugs, they have their own side effects. So the best thing would be for you to just transition safely. Menopause is not a death sentence. It's just a natural process of life.
Okay. The natural process of life. All right. So, Pharmacist Ufoma, I want to come to you again. How does menopause affect the well-being or affect the woman's overall health?
Like she earlier mentioned, the signs of menopause might be strange to the woman initially. So you see them becoming restless, feeling agitated, and then feeling as if a certain kind of abnormality has come to them. That why this? Do I want to die? What is all this? Why am I feeling this way? Why do I feel so uncomfortable? Why do I take a meal and it's not easily digested? Why do I have hot flashes? I suddenly become so restless, and sometimes mood swings too. So a lot of women don't feel so well when it comes. That's why we have come to tell you that you are safe. Something you can allow that process come on and let it pass. But if you're so sick, come to the hospital. Seek a medical advice.
Okay. So you've just told us now that hormonal imbalance, there are some things that can change during menopause, like hormonal imbalance, the hotness of the body, fatigue.
Yes.
Okay, and so on and so forth. All right, so how can women differentiate between normal menopause and normal menopause symptoms and the signs of a more serious health issue? Because these symptoms you've mentioned could be as a result of another kind of illness.
Yes.
So how can a woman differentiate that this is not menopause, but this is symptom of one disease or one illness or the other?
Okay, so for any woman that all of a sudden you are beginning to experience new feelings in your body, you're beginning to, most of the time, you're sleepless, you have hot flashes, mood swings, all these things are coming up. Your blood pressure is always high and all that. You feel lethargic, you can't move. My best advice would be to go for a proper health screening. With your health screening, you will find that your clinician or your healthcare provider, your doctor will let you know that, oh, madam, you have nothing to worry about. This is what you're going through. You're just going through menopausal change. I've known some women that they thought that they were dying.
Okay.
Yeah, they thought they were dying. They thought, people were after their lives, or it was a spiritual thing.
Especially
After
that
it-
stuff.
Yes. It's terrible. You see them weak. They can't move. They can't eat. Your hair is falling off. You're having headaches all the time.
It also comes with falling hair.
So yeah, it's hormonal. Everything is controlled by chemicals in the body. These hormones in the body, our women, our beauty and all that is because of the estrogen and all the other hormones in the body. So when you start having fluctuation in all these things, different things could happen. So you see these women, they become scared. Am I dying? Is something wrong with me? Is someone after my life? So just a visit to your doctor, to your healthcare provider. You carry out all your checks. You do your proper. Find out that nothing is wrong with you. It's just menopause that you're going through.
So are there some medical tests that can say, okay, that can confirm menopause? Are there
not
any tests
generally.
that
For
somebody has to go
for
to,
example,
or just the symptoms? You just mentioned?
It's just the symptoms.
Okay, no test at all is carried.
No test. It's usually the symptoms that they used to know that the person is going through menopause. And how do I put it? You've screened the woman, you've done an X-ray, you've done MRI, you've done CAT scan and all that. You're not seeing anything. You've checked her hormonal profile. You check her hormonal assay. You check her hormonal profile, and you say, oh, okay, this one is low. This one is low. So okay, she's going through
menopause. Yeah. What lifestyle changes can help manage menopausal symptoms?
Okay, for women that are going through all this, our advice is this: number one, you must eat well. Eat a balanced diet. Go on a good diet. And usually when we say low fat diet, low carbohydrate diet and all that, your fruits and vegetables should become your friend. Take cucumbers, take carrots, try and eat properly.
Oh, you just reminded me, I have carrots in my house.
They are very good. They are
forget.
loaded. They are loaded with vitamins and everything that could help the body to cope with all these symptoms you're going through. Another thing, exercise regularly. Exercise regularly.
Very important.
Yes, your exercise. We don't even need women to do strenuous exercises. Take brisk walks. Take brisk walks, you could just walk around your compound, walk around, give like maybe 15 to 30 minutes of help you. It helps to and it builds up your energy level as find time to rest. When you're tired, you rest. When you're tired, you rest. It will help you a lot. So those are part of the lifestyle changes that they could take.
So let's talk about HRT, the hormone replacement therapy.
Yeah.
So what are the benefits and risk of this therapy?
Okay, like I said, usually I would advise for most women that are going through menopause or that have entered menopause early, very early, maybe because they are going through how do I put it, fertility issue. They have fertility issues or whatever.
Okay, this early you mean by 38 to 40?
Yes. So I think it's okay for them and their doctor. They must be on constant supervision by their doctor. But if you have the right, instead of taking all these things, that the end could lead to some other cancer or other issues. There's no point doing that. I wouldn't advise women to go on hormonal replacement therapy, except though their menopausal symptoms are severe.
Okay.
But doctors these days, that would be the last resort for them. So.
Wow. Still speaking about menopause. Now, how does menopause impact mental health, and what coping strategies can women use, can they embrace to help their mental health?
Okay, like when I was speaking earlier, I said because menopause comes with things like sleep disturbances,
yes, different symptoms,
mood swings, anxiety issues. All these things affect the mental health. So for women, socialize, get your group or get your social circle, interact with people a lot and all that. You could even go for counseling if you are having some issues with coping too. You would need counseling as well. That would help you cope. Do exercises like breathing exercises. It will help you as well. That's it. Stay around family and friends to help you to cope well.
All right, you've talked about exercise, the kind of exercises that women should do, walking around, taking healthy meals like your vitamins, fruits, and the rest of it. Now, let's talk about the bone. Now, how does menopause affect bone health?
Okay.
And how can we prevent?
Okay, so usually women that are now in their menopausal stage, you see their calcium levels and vitamin D levels are depleted. So for such women, we advise them to begin to take supplements, calcium supplements and vitamin D supplements as well. It will help their bone and prevent what we call osteoporosis, whereby the bones are now become weak. Before you know, they are breaking one leg, they are breaking an arm and everything. They are prone to falls and all that. So, but with this calcium, it helps to strengthen their bones, and vitamin D too as well. It helps to strengthen their bones, and so they're fine.
Okay, you have something to add to it?
Okay, eating right. I would say the women should also eat on time. When you get to this, when you are getting close to your menopausal period, the food becomes difficult to digest sometimes. So you have to eat on time, eat right, don't eat heavy before you go to bed.
Okay.
And that could help the sleep disturbance. Eating on time, eating light food before you sleep off will really help. Then, like she said, socialize, speak out. Don't bottle up things inside of you. If you're not happy, reach out to someone. That's why we're celebrating the International Women's Day, to help you know that the pharmacists, we are here for you. Yeah, you can reach out to any of us. You can see us in the pharmacies, in the hospital, in the industries. Reach out to us. We'll be there to help.
Okay. Thank you so much. All right, so that's it about menopause, I would say. So let's quickly talk about self-examination, breast self-examination. Now, this is because of finding out lumps in the breast leading to cancer. Some lumps can be cancerous.
Yeah.
So I want you to talk about it.
Okay. The breast self-examination. it's beautiful to let women know that they should love their breast. It's yours. By loving your breast, you know the shape, you know how it is. You have women having different sizes. Some could be big, some could be small. But anyhow it is, it's your breast. So love your breast. So why you cry, stand and do something.
You can see it's well with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's good to always examine your breast. Every month you could do that. You do it after you are done with your menstruation. 5 to 7 days after your menses, when the hormonal and every other thing about menstruation has calmed down.
Okay, that's
Yes.
why it's 5 to 7 days
Yes,
after
after the menstruation.
Okay.
So what you do, you stand in front of a mirror and then you look at the breast. You check the shape. If it's going out of shape, you check the size. If it's getting bigger, you check for any form of discoloration. You're standing in front of the mirror. Check for any form of discoloration. You could check for any form of dimple or lump, any protrusion from the breast. You check. Just look general. This is a visual examination now. You're in front of the mirror. And I like women too. Why you do all of this, so it doesn't look so boring. You can just sing to yourself, I love my breast. I love my breast. No circumstances can change this opinion.
Okay.
Examining the breast and you're singing. It's your breast. Love it. After you have done that, virtually you have looked at it. Now it's time to do an examination where you have to add pressure.
Okay.
To check if there are any lumps or seeds or anything in the breast. So what you do when you stand in front of the mirror with your hands raised up, your right hand, you could then use the 3 index fingers, the part of the fingers you begin to examine. On the outward part, you gradually do it. Gradually do it. Feel for any form of abnormalities. Just keep feeling outwards, inwards, and then to your armpit area, because some lumps or some seeds could be found around the armpit area. You do this once a month, just to check. Then after that, you hold on to the nipple to check if there are any form of discharges, blood or pus coming out of the nipple. After you're done with the right hand, do that with the left. Check both breasts. Examine for any form of lump, seed, abnormalities. You just keep going down.
Like you talked about, because we shouldn't be too concerned, or we shouldn't be concerned only about lumps, like what you just explained. You talked about pus, discharge from the nipples, either pus, blood, or colorless fluid.
Yes.
Now, what does it mean? The colorless fluid, what does it signify? The blood and the pus, 3 of them. What's exactly do they signify? If you see that coming from your nipples, they need to know.
Okay. Normally the nipple, if you are not breastfeeding, you're not supposed to have a discharge
At all.
from the nipple. Yes. If you're not lactating, you're not supposed to have a discharge from the nipple. So when you see such coming out of the nipple, please see and help your healthcare provider.
Could it be as a result of maybe infection or whatever?
Infection,
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say.
hormonal changes. They are not normal.
Okay.
Yes, they are not normal. It's not supposed to be like that.
Okay.
The discharge is not supposed to come out of your nipple. But if it appears like that, see your health provider.
Okay.
It's not normal for blood to come out of
Blood,
the nipple.
yes.
It's not normal for, if pus is coming out, that means there's an abscess, there's something somewhere. Or if water is coming out, or like a clear fluid, something is going on. So that's why we say, once we see that, don't assume there's an infection. Go to the hospital, let them perform the right test, and make sure that nothing else is going on there.
Right. Is it every lump you find on the breast that is cancerous?
No, it's not.
It's not every lump
No,
you
it's
find
not
on the
every
breast.
lump,
No, it's not.
Okay.
No.
So when one gets or finds a lump in the breast, what's your advice? Is it to keep maybe the person is not feeling pain. The lump could be there, no pain. So what do you advise that person to do?
Run to the hospital.
Wow.
Any form of lump, pain, painless, painful,
Okay.
painless, anything you notice that is not the norm in the breast, come to the hospital. Seek medical attention.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, wow. We have actually spoken a whole lot. I'd like to run over this menopause thing again, but I'm sure with what you have said, we have listened, we've heard you, and I'm very sure that people out there will not get scared when they see these changes. They should just know that it is menopause. That's the early signs of menopause, and it's not enough to run to the doctor to say, oh, I'm feeling sick. Just monitor yourself. Okay, so your final word to women out there taking care of themselves.
Okay, my final word to women out there, I want to let women know that you need to take charge of your health.
Okay.
You need to stay informed, and you need to love yourself.
Okay.
We take care of our families, we take care of our jobs, so many things around other people than us. But this time around, women, care for yourself.
Thank you.
On a day like this, can you take yourself out?
Okay.
Can you go to the spa? Can
Women
you pamper
supporting
yourself?
women.
Please, women, take care of
Okay.
yourselves.
Thank you so much.
Thank
And
you.
what would you say to Fuma?
Okay, I'll say love yourselves
Okay.
as women. Then reach out.
Okay.
If you have anything bothering you, try to speak to someone. Don't bottle things up inside of you. And then I'll say reach out to pharmacists. We are out there for you,
Okay.
and we are after you having a total optimal health.
Thank you. We have been speaking with pharmacist Onye Mbako, chairman of the Association of Ladies Pharmacists Delta State, and also pharmacist Ufoma Ore, member of the association. And today we've been talking about coping with menopause and breast self-examination. I'd leave you to ponder on that, how to take care of yourself. And please don't forget, love your breast. Okay, so yes, we'll go on a very quick break. When we return, it'll be time for our next sport. Stay with us.
Thank you.
Indeed, Governor Sheriff's administration is committed to delivering impactful governance that will improve the lives of Deltans. Take a look at the inauguration of the Boji Boji Owa Mixed Modern Market, which was inaugurated some days ago.
The newly inaugurated Boji Boji Owa Mixed Modern Market, which includes a modern abattoir, is crucial towards improving economic activities and also stimulating innovation.
Governor Sheriff.
And because Governor Sheriff is dedicated to providing sustainable infrastructures, he has also encouraged that the facilities be given timely maintenance.
Governor Sheriff, always concerned about the well-being of Deltans.
I even hear self say in line with the more agenda, opportunities for all. Say Governor Sheriff, he don't call for the redesign of academic curricula to equip graduates with the technical skills necessary for them to become job and wealth creators.
And no surprise, just some days ago, the Delta State Ministry of Science and Technology inaugurated the More ICT Year program at the Delta State Innovation Hub, Asaba. This program is a government-backed initiative aimed at equipping youths with essential digital skills.
For this, more agenda will reach all of us.
Opportunities for all.
Yes,
Brought to you by Delta State Ministry of Information.
Alright, you're welcome back. And in case you just joining us, it's Monday's edition of a top flight television program, Morning Ride. And of course, we are at that point where we're still looking at issues that are topical. And so joining me on my next conversation is Honorable Jeff Isiagu, a public commentator and analyst, also a political tactician. Honorable Jeff, welcome you to our studio this morning.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
And we are men, except otherwise I would have just said Happy Women's Day, but we are men. So we have been wishing the women all that all morning. So we'll not get to that at all. It's between two of us now, even if our topic is going to dwell on a woman and a man. You know, the Natasha and Akpabio imbroglio in the National Assembly. Quite a lot has been said. I think a lot of people have agitated for a slowdown with the suspension, because when the whole issue started, it was like a child's play, not until 2 Saturdays ago, when Natasha went on air to the Arise television precisely to say that all that she's experiencing from the Senate, and most especially from the Senate president, had to do with a long stretch of issues that have built up over the years, centering it on sexual molestation. Can you just speak to that quickly moving forward?
Well, Mr. Turner, thank you so much. I expected the red carpet chamber senators to show sign of maturity, because that is the height and the top of legislative set. But it's unfortunate that when you look at the legislator in the states, I'm sorry to say this, you see more maturity. I've never seen, let me use as an example in Delta State, I've never seen legislators fighting against themselves or issues coming up to this level. But even in House of Rep, but now in the red chamber, I don't just know what is going on. People we are looking onto, why all these issues should come up. The issue of Senator Natasha and the Senate president, like she said, it's only both of them that knows what's going on. Me as one, if I'm talking as a person, but both of them knows what went wrong. And it's only two of them will tell the public what went wrong. Let me stop at this.
Okay? Now she's been slammed
Yes.
with a 6 months suspension, knowing fully well that she is a senator. And just like any one of them, it's just that in a team, there must be a captain. And that is why we have the Senate president being the captain of the senators. Is it constitutionally right now for the senator to suspend another senator? Constitutionally?
Well, if we're coming up respect of constitution, I don't think that's really right, because whatever that holds on Natasha also holds on Akpabio, irrespective of the Senate president set. I want to draw your attention. If you remember when Senator Oluremi Tinubu, while she was in Senate, has an issue with Dino Malaye, to the extent there were fracas, serious one, even more than this. But there was nothing like a suspension. The senators were able to resolve that matter and bury the matter. So I wonder how this one, like I said, is very unusual. There were no sign of maturity. That issue would have been handled in a matured way, and they bury it up down. That is why I say, is the thing that two things between both of them knows why. It has come out to public now. They will still tell the public what went wrong. So we need not to come into it. But the suspension, to me, it's not called for.
It's not called for.
Yes.
Because a lot of political pundits, have said that 6 months out of the red chambers would mean 6 months of no representation, especially from the constituency where she comes from. And that would be a far cry. That would be more like denying the good people of Kogi State, where she comes from, the voice to be heard, and issues concerning them also debated on the floor. Recently, for most of the papers that we have, especially today, a one-time Senate president, Senator Bukola Saraki, and Syrup have come out to say issues of this should not be trivialized. That is what Saraki said. And Syrup has said if she is not recalled back, they will take the issues to court. Can you speak to that quickly?
Well, yes, I think that would be the best, because if I were the Senate president, maybe some people led him. It's not of him, because when the first issue happened, he apologized. And this second issue now happened. So if I were him, he will find a way to resolve this matter. Because if the matter goes to court, like where I see, because this woman she still insists, and she's telling the public that she has evidence to all this. So if I were him as a man, he should find a way, set up a committee and resolve the matter. That is just it, before the matter comes up.
Before the matter comes up?
Yes.
Because
I know definitely more revelations will still come.
Yeah. Yeah, from your own understanding, this is not the first time.
Yes.
That sexual misconduct has been leveled by way of accusation.
Accusation, yes.
On Senator Akpabio. The first one was an NDDC acting manager,
yes,
who said he made advances, and she slapped him. She even said she went as far as slapping him But when that matter resonated, it was swept under the
Carpet.
carpet, and nobody actually, So two things can't just happen ordinarily. So looking at it from a critical perspective, should the Senate President be a judge over his own case? Because by precedent, even when Senator Bukola Saraki was the Senate President at the point, there was a case on him about the purchase of a car, a particular car, and he stood aside, he stepped aside for that case to be looked into, and eventually he was vindicated. What would have been your expectations now for Senator Akpabio? He ordinarily should have stepped aside, but they say that our Nigerian factor is Nigerian attitude. We don't do that while in office.
Yes, that's if you watch what I said before. I said he would have shown a sign of a maturity, like you just gave a reference on Bukola Saraki, the issue. That's maturity. That's maturity. And Bukola Saraki comes from a high-rated political family. When you talk of former Saraki, the father, so he has respect and is a mature. That was how that matter treated, and they vindicated him. So now, if I were Akpabio, the first accusation has come, the second, this is not the first thought. What he would have done is to set up friends or committee in the district to handle that matter maturely, so that it will not escalate. But for the fact this issue has gone viral, I don't think there is no nothing, because Natasha is so bent. She's bent to do the spoiling. Yes, she's bent to do the spoiling, and the way I'm saying things going, nobody draws her back. Nobody draws her back. And moreover, remember she's representing a state, and in that 6 months, just look at 6 months. 6 months of non-representative, the effect to the state. So, what have we to say? It's quite unfortunate. It's quite unfortunate. It's just like when you say a president or a king in a throne. So whenever you have a sledgehammer, you hit the sledgehammer at your own time, at your own pace, forgetting the destruction that sledgehammer you have will cause. So, and it's very unfortunate. So, my dear, I think this is the time the president comes into this matter.
Okay, so what are expectations now from Mr. President? Usually, because a lot of people are already speaking to it, most especially the suspension issue. We heard one of the committee chairmen say she ordinarily shouldn't have signed her petition. So the matter had already died on arrival. So it's obvious now that sentiments have already begun to play.
If you watch the chairman of ethics, he made a comment.
Yes.
He made a comment. And he was the man, I think he was the man that recommended the suspension.
Yes.
Good. Yes. So that is why I said Akpabio, for him to save his name and save the position he's handling, should still set up a committee to look into this matter and bring this woman back and apologize as he did before. He's full of apologizes.
And that might eventually save his name.
Yes.
Because we've heard of cases like this that have brought the men down.
Yes.
There was the case of Bill Clinton, the Lewinsky case. We even had our own musical icon, R. Kelly, who actually went to jail and still serving
in jail.
Because the issue of male, female, gender, male, gender, female, gender, issue of assault, rape, and all of that. So what do we see at the end of this day? from your own perspective as a politician, do we see him? Do we see people going after him, going for his head, and eventually calling for his impeachment from the House?
I know most of his best friends has already been talking to him. Most of his best friends has already been talking to him to set the handwriting back again. I was stunned when I heard the wife want to go to court. I was like, okay, you know your husband, you live here, you're just trying to go to court to defend your husband. But what if you go to court, it's in reverse, and then what's the sense of going to court? So the only thing I know, I pray, if we will listen, is to set up this same committee, or even call Natasha with the husband, because the husband, I learned, is his friend. So let us resolve this matter. Let us resolve this matter and put a close to it. I think that will save his name. Because if this thing continues, you will see some. Because if you are here, there are still some haters of Abio in that Senate. With this issue now, they will use it to nail him and start coming from
PDP is already warming up.
Yeah.
To use it as a weapon.
Yes.
To make sure that he's pushed out. Okay, as we leave you now, what's your advice now? Okay, you've said it all by way of bringing his name back to the limelight. Just set up a committee and turn back the hands of time.
Yes. And moreover, please, my advice to the Red Chamber carpet, the Senate, they are serving Nigeria, and they are serving their constituencies. They should retrieve, come back. Let us know them for what they are. Let them emulate from the state and the House of Rep. Let them emulate, and please, something of such should not repeat again.
All right. I'd like to thank you so much for speaking to this conversation.
Thank you so much.
With Jeff Ezeagu, and I'm sure is the Akpabio Natasha Gate issue that is still on the lips of every Nigerian. Okay, this is where we'll take yet another break, and I'm sure when we come back, it'll be time for closing formalities. But rather, I think I'm beginning to get signals now from the producer that we need to say our goodbyes at this point. And so on behalf of the production crew, I'd like to say thank you for making Monday's transmission of Morning Ride a success. My name is MONDAY10TH. God bless Delta State. God bless Nigeria. I'm out.
Indeed, Governor Sheriff's administration is committed to delivering impactful governance that will improve the lives of Deltans. Take a look at the inauguration of the Boji Owa Mixed Modern Market, which was inaugurated some days ago.
The newly inaugurated Boji Owa Mixed Modern Market, which includes a modern abattoir, is crucial towards improving economic activities and also stimulating innovation.
Governor Sheriff.
And because Governor Sheriff is dedicated to providing sustainable infrastructures, he has also encouraged that the facilities be given timely maintenance.
Governor Sheriff always concerned about the well-being of Deltans.
I even hear SFC in line with the more agenda, opportunities for all. Say Governor Sheriff, he don't call for the redesign of academic curricula to equip graduates with the technical skills necessary for them to become job and wealth creators.
And no surprise, just some days ago, the Delta State Ministry of Science and Technology inaugurated the More ICT Year program at the Delta State Innovation Hub at SAPA. This program is a government-backed initiative aimed at equipping youth with essential digital skills.
For this Delta State, more agenda will reach all of us.
Opportunities for all.
Yes, sir.
Brought to you by Delta State Ministry of Information.
In many societies, especially in most African societies, the girl child has been relegated to the background. Some African parents would rather prefer to invest on the boy child than the girl child, on the premise that the girl child will be married out and not carry on the family name. Throughout the world, the girl child has often faced numerous challenges and obstacles that hinder her growth and development. One of the key challenges faced by the girl child is gender inequality. Discrimination based on gender continues to persist in many parts of the world, limiting girls' access to education, healthcare, and opportunities.
You realize that there is discrimination between both genders, and being a female child in cases like this, especially in the societal environment where you see women trying to overprotect or shadow their male child, and it's like they are treating the female children different.
Women, it's not an easy task to be a woman. Because when a woman is in his parents' house, you see that most families, they will want to say, you are a woman, you will do this, you will do that, you will do that. And as she's growing, according to African tradition, they were like, why are you investing on this woman? Tomorrow she will get married. And if she gets married also, she's going to undertake another tax, heavy tax in her husband's house. And apparently, if it happens that is the same doctrine from where she's coming from, you understand, you will see that because you are a woman, you are restricted from this, you're a woman, you are restricted from this.
This denies them the chance to fulfill their dreams and contribute to their communities. It is crucial to address this issue by promoting gender equality, empowering girls, and creating an environment that nurtures their talents and aspirations. However, the girl child is a symbol of hope, resilience, and limitless potential. She represents the future and embodies the power to transform societies. Education plays a pivotal role in the future of the world. When girls are educated, they are more likely to break the cycle of poverty, make informed decisions about their health, and actively participate in their communities. It is therefore essential to ensure that girls have equal access to quality education and to remove barriers that prevent them from attending school, such as child marriage, cultural norms, and economic constraints. Investing in the health and well-being of the girl child is also paramount. Access to proper health care, nutrition, and sanitation facilities are essential for her growth and development. by providing comprehensive healthcare services, including reproductive health education and services. Government and the society in general can empower girls to take control of their lives and make informed choices. The society must recognize and celebrate the potential of a girl child by fostering a supportive environment that encourages her talents, skills, and ambitions. The society can create a world where every girl can thrive and reach her full potential. The girl child deserves equal opportunities, rights, and respect, and it is a collective responsibility to ensure that she receives them. This was the reason the United Nations set aside October 11 for World Girl Child Day. It is a special occasion that highlights the rights, challenges, and potential of girls around the world. It is a day to acknowledge the importance of investing in girls' education, health, and empowerment. On this day, the world recognizes and celebrates the potentials and achievements of girls and advocates for their equal opportunities and rights.
Unique in my own way. Everything about me is beautiful. So I feel special about being a girl child. I'm very, very proud being a girl child because I feel I've achieved some things my mates cannot achieve. I've also achieved some things my mates go extra mile to get, which I've already done by myself. I feel so good. Being a girl child is very wonderful. Like, it's a very good thing. Like, I'm proud being a girl. I like it.
I'll say that it's not easy. It's not just easy. A lot. In fact, a lot. Number one, the special thing is that it's not easy to carry a child in her tummy for 9 months. You understand? Another thing that she cares. There's one special love she gives to her children. You understand? She trains her children and the rest of it. You understand? It's a lot. It's a lot.
Malus domestica, also known as the apple, is an edible fruit cultivated for its numerous health benefits. Originating from Central Asia, its cultivation has spread to many parts of the world. With over 7,000 cultivar types, these different cultivars are bred for their various tastes and uses, including cooking, eating raw, and cider production. The apple fruit comes in various colors, amongst which are red, white, blue, black, green, yellow, and reddish white, all with different sizes, tastes, and seasonal harvesting. According to medical experts, this nutritious fruit offers multiple health benefits due to its nutrient-dense composition, such as fiber, carbohydrates, vitamins B1, B6, C, E, and K, potassium, copper, and trusted array of antioxidants. Not only is the apple nutritious, studies have linked apple consumption with reduced risk of cardiovascular diseases, which may be related to the cholesterol-lowering benefits to soluble fiber found in apples. According to the University of Illinois, soluble fiber helps prevent cholesterol buildup in the lining of blood vessels walls, thereby lowering the incidence of restricted blood flow in the arteries due to plaque buildup and heart disease. It also lowers blood pressure. According to Harvard Chan School of Public Health, the soluble and insoluble fiber found in the apple aids digestion and constipation. Its vitamin C content plays a major role in boosting the immune system, strengthening, helping to guard against environmental oxidative stress. A further study of people with type 2 diabetes, published in August 2016 in Experimental and Therapeutic Medicine, found that regular consumption of apple helped reduce insulin resistance and improved blood sugar and triglyceride levels. Apples can also reduce the risk of certain cancers, support healthy weight loss, help prevent Alzheimer's disease, promote healthy gut, fight asthma, boost brain and mental health, and promote healthy bones.
An apple all day keeps the doctor away. An apple all day keeps the doctor away. An apple all day keeps the doctor away. A-B-B-L-E, apple. Eat an apple today.
I do eat apple. Everybody like apple. So I eat apples once in a while. Not like often. Since apple is a fruit, I think it has a vital nutritional value for the human system because it boosts the immune system.
Values of apple. I do eat apple first of all, and some of the contents of apples are magnesium, vitamin C, iron, so many things. It contains antioxidants, which is very good. The benefit of eating apple is that it helps to manage weight. It also helps with chronic diseases like cancer. It also helps and heart failure, so many things. Fruits are very, very helpful. So those are the major things that I know that apple. They are more. They contain more. They contain vitamin B. I've not said that. And so many more. So apple and all fruits in general are very, very helpful. And it's good you always eat fruits. Thank you.
Do you actually eat apple?
I don't really eat it often because it's expensive. Apple is expensive. And before you see those benefits, you need to be eating them on a regular basis. So it's very good you include apple if you are a fruit person. It's very good you include apple in your meal.
Apple boosts the immune system. It contains fiber and vitamin C.
It helps with digestion, helps for weight management, it helps for the brain development, and it's a fibrous food now, so it has fiber. So it helps for that's the one that helps for digestion and breakdown of your food. I think that's it.
So eat apple when I'm done eating my afternoon lunch, so that it's very good for your digestive system, something like that. That's what I just know about apple.
I talk to that. I want to tell something that just help to fight cancer. That's it. Because when you eat apple every day, it keeps you far from doctor. That's the thing. It's healthy, very, very healthy.
No wonder health experts recommend an apple a day for overall wellness.
if tanker wey carry fuel fall or pipe wey carry fuel for underground burst, wetin you go do?
Good morning and welcome to the AM News. I am Princess Modi. The State Governor, the Right Honorable Sheriff Oberewari, has met with stakeholders of Alaja and Obijo communities in Warri Southwest local government area over the 8-long land dispute between the two communities. The meeting, which held at the Subi residence of the governor, had in attendance members of the Peace Committee of the Alaja and Obijo crisis. At the meeting, both parties agreed to live in peace and adhere to the terms of settlement agreeable